Hi, I'm Misha with FeetUp. Before we get started, go ahead and like this video and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any awesome content. So this practice will be a really simple, juicy, full body love flow. We'll go ahead and get started. And just go ahead and turn towards your trainer. Bring your knees nice and wide. Relax your hips back towards your heels. If it feels better to sit upright, you can just rest upright, or you can start to fold yourself forward, relaxing your forehead on your forearms. Just taking a couple of nice, full, deep breaths. And just allowing yourself to wiggle a little bit side to side, make any adjustments, make you feel comfortable. As you start to relax into the shape and into your breath. And a little acknowledgement that there's nothing that you could have done to prepare to get here. This is just a curiosity moment about the movement of your body and your breath, and all is already as it should be. And taking another deep breath in through the nose. And open your mouth, let it all go. Let's do two more like that. Big breath in through the nose. Big, deep, cleansing breath out through the mouth. One more. Inhale. And exhale. If you need a little bit more time to ground here, take all the time that you need. And if you're feeling ready to move, take it nice and slow. You might even keep your eyes closed as you start to lift your head. Hands coming onto the trainer. And just again, keeping with that wiggling. So shifting the hips side to side, noticing how the knees feel, how the hips feel. And then you can move into the shoulders a bit. Little circles. Pressing yourself up, hips over your knees. And you're just going to start to pull your chest and chin up and forward. And then as you exhale, starting to press yourself back. Hips go back towards the heels. Chin tucks in towards the chest. So we're just moving through some cat-cows, a little bit of additional space. Inhaling, bringing you forward, opening the heart. And then exhaling, pressing back, contracting, expanding the back body. No rush in your movements. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, going back. And this time come forward on the inhale. And then tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. You're bringing your feet a little bit closer to the trainer than maybe in a traditional down dog. So we're coming into something kind of like a hammock. So you're setting the hips back past the heels. Hands remain on the trainer, and you can even widen your feet a little bit to give some space for the belly and the breath. Nothing to be shy about in the way of movement. You can shift your hips left to right. You can even bring some movement into the head or the muscles in the face. Staying with a steady breath in and a steady breath out. And come forward to just bring some pressure out of the legs. You'll walk your feet back, a little bit more of a traditional down dog now. If you need more room, you can just kind of slide your trainer forward to create some space. And inhale, right leg lifts up towards the sky. Both hands still pressing really firmly into the trainer, down towards the earth and forward. And then you'll slowly start to open up, bringing your heel in towards your glutes. Knee high up towards the sky, belly nice and engaged. Breath nice and steady in and out. Good. Inhale, lift the knee a little bit higher, open up. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your knee to the outside of your right tricep, tiptoes of the left foot, step. You'll walk your back foot forward a little bit, hands transfer to the pad, And both heels down, all 10 toes face forward as your hands transfer onto the cushion, pressing down to lift up through the heart, forward. And then just slightly pull your right hip back. I'm feeling the stretch in the hamstring. Lengthen out through the back of the neck. And just notice what it feels like. You don't have to attach any meaning to it. Just feeling the sensations of the body. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, step your left foot inside the trainer, and then fold yourself forward. Inhale brings you into a halfway lift, heart pulling forward, hips back. And exhale, nice and slow folding. You can always bend your knees. One more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, release into it. Then inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Feel your feet for a moment. And find your breath. Create a little bit more space for your neck. And standing nice and tall, take a deep breath in. Deep cleansing breath out. Good. Starting to shift your weight into your right foot. You're going to bring your left toes to the trainer. You're pressing straight down towards the earth. Toes are tucked, and then you're going to press the top of your foot forward. Hands can come to the hips, or hands can stay at the heart. Just playing with a little bit of balance here. Nice and tall through the spine still, belly engaged. And full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, lift your knee into your chest, remove your toes, and then as you exhale, slowly start to step all the way back to the back of the mat. Your left hand's going to come to the center of the trainer, make any adjustments you need. So it's directly underneath your shoulder. Sink your hips just a bit. Strong straight back leg. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And steady breath. In and out. If it feels better in your neck, you can look forward or up towards the fingertips. Take another full breath in, expand. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your right hand down to the cushion. Dial the back heel down towards the earth. Start to squeeze everything in through midline. So the inside of your knee is hugging the back of your arm. And then use that to pull yourself open. Left fingertips up towards the sky. And then start to stretch out through the side body. Fingertips starting to reach forward. Sink the hips. Lift the heart a little bit. And the right hand's pressing straight down. Knees hugging in, arm hugging out. Feeling a nice long line of energy. Fingertips forward, heel back. One more big breath in. And then exhale, slowly bring your left hand down to the cushion. Drop your back knee. Forearms to the cushion, sink your hips. If it feels best for you to roll onto the knife edge of your right foot, you can. Wherever you land, nice lifted heart. If you need to make any adjustments with the trainer pressing into the hip, or the inner thigh, adjust as you need. And maybe just starting to soften the eyes, even with all the sensation, just letting yourself feel held and supported. Just a couple more breaths here. Good, big breath in. And then try this on. Stick out your tongue, cross your eyes, lion's breath out. All right, hands to the trainer. Press your heart up, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then go to downward facing dog for some rest. If it feels better to drop your knees to the mat and take a child's pose, please do. And then lots of wiggling here, shifting hips, maybe bending one knee and then the other. Just feeling into that playful curiosity. And take a couple more breaths here, resetting, catching your breath if you need. Good. Now drop your knees down to the mat. And hands are still on the trainer. You're going to bring your head inside, shoulders to cushions. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips. And just spend a little bit of time here. And little circles with the neck. Maybe nodding yes and no. And see if you can give some of the efforting to gravity. Good. From here, you're going to bring your right knee into your chest and kind of bending to launch with the left. Just a gentle hop up. And coming into the gift, your knees are into your chest. Just kind of hanging out here, noticing any tension collecting in the neck. You might take your knees out to the backs of your arms. And then if you're feeling called to play with the idea of legs up, whether it be one or both, or any of your other favorite variations, just allowing yourself to play. And if you're still here with your knees into your chest, and giving yourself lots of permission to just get the idea of sending the hips back a little bit further, finding your balance, feeling your core strength, and then also remembering to breathe the entire time. Good. Bringing the knees to the backs of the arms. We're just going to use this to dismount. So right knee will stay on the back of the right arm, and then slowly left toes to the mat. Keeping your head low, knees come down, forearms, and then rest the head for a moment. Letting go of any sensation of feeling rushed. Good. If you need more time to rest, take the time. If you're feeling ready to move, hands come back, tuck toes, hips up and back. So we'll move over to the other side. And left leg's going to go up towards the sky. Open up and stack the hips. I'm still firmly pressing down with the hands so that I'm not moving the trainer from side to side. Let it be more about the opening of the hips and less about opening up through the chest. Staying closed down through the chest, but open through the hips. Lift your knee a little bit higher, breathe in. And then as you exhale, slowly gliding yourself forward to step. And I'm going to pull the trainer a little closer in, pressing down with the right hand to peel open into the twist. If the back knee coming down feels supportive, take the time to set yourself up. Lengthening on the inhale, deepening on the exhale. One more big breath in. A little bit more room. Good. Big breath in. And then exhale. Left hand comes down to the cushion. Again, pressing directly down. Adjusting the back foot, heel down. and then peeling to open. If this feels better in your shoulder joint, keep the right fingertips up towards the sky, or you can start to reach fingertips forward. A little dip of the hips, little lift of the heart. Just settling into the shape for another breath. Big breath in, lengthen. And then exhale, hand comes down. Tiptoes, drop your knee. Again, make any adjustments for your comfort. Forearms to the cushion. Sink down through the hips. If you need more room, you can even bring your left foot out to the left a bit. And then instead of collapsing into the shoulders and resting here, press into the forearms. Open the heart. Keep the chin lifted. And then steady breath. If this is full of sensation for you, it's perfectly fine. No stories to tell. Just be with it. And full breath in, lift the heart, lift the chin. As you exhale, lion's breath. Stick out your tongue, cross your eyes, let it be big. Go ahead, inhale. Start to back off of the bend in your front knee. Hands back to the trainer. Tuck your back toes. And step back. Again, child's pose is an option. And take a full breath wherever you are. Deep exhale. Good. And bring your knees down to the mat. So we're going to prepare to go upside down again. If you have a different entry that you prefer, you can come into it however you see fit. It's just playtime. So it's this idea of being comfortable. Head in, shoulders on the cushion, knees lifted. And then we'll try it with the left knee into the chest this time. So the right leg's kicking up. Once you're up, knees into the chest. And play with a trust. A little bit forward, a little bit back. A really nice relaxing variation. Knees to the backs of the arms. And you can still kind of squeeze everything up through midline. So there's some efforting here. Or you can kind of relax into it. And playing with the leg up. Another leg up. And then where do you want to go from here? You can go wide with the legs. And twist a little bit here. Okay, knees to the backs of the arms. Again, just to settle for a moment. We'll keep the left knee on the back of the arm. Right leg comes out. It's that dismount. Down. Keeping the head heavy. Sliding yourself out. Forearms, and just rest here for a moment. Whether you felt successful or challenged going upside down, let it all go. Big breath in. Deep cleansing breath out. Good, one more, just letting everything go. Big breath in. Deep cleansing breath out. And taking all the time you need here. When and if you become ready, we're going to actually transfer to sitting on the cushion. Feet are facing the top of the mat. And just wiggling around here, finding your sit bones, feeling your feet underneath your knees. And the length and expression of your spine, your chin at neutral. And then we're going to come into pigeon legs here. So left leg will stay as it is. Right ankle is going to cross above the left knee. And there's a little, really subtle kind of pressing down of the right knee to open up the hip. Still staying nice and tall with the spine. If this is already max, you can stay right here. I'm going to add some additions along the way, especially if the knee's up really high, and just practice kind of sitting into the right side of the body. And so we're going to pull in a little bit of a twist here. You'll take your right hand either to your heel or your left thigh, and then you're slowly going to twist away from your foot. Your gaze can stay at neutral over the chest, or if it feels good to track over the back shoulder, you can. And staying nice and tall through the spine. I'm just gently kind of bracing with the trainer, but I can still stay in the twist even if I release. Big breath in. Find a little bit more space as you breathe out. Good. Back through center. Take a full breath in. And then your left hand comes on the outside of your right leg. And you're going to slowly lift right arm up and overhead. So you're leaning over to the side. This is going to ask a little bit more of your balance. If it feels good to work the left foot out to the left so you can have a little bit more control. Good. Full breath in, lengthen. And then as you exhale, sweep down. You'll release your left hand and you'll come to fold over your legs. The other option is that you're still kind of hanging out in this space, just knowing that that's perfectly fine and already enough. You're folding to your depth. There's not a lot of pressure in the hands. It's just kind of a guide or a support. Tailbone starts to point back. Stay nice and long through the spine. Pull the crown forward. Pull the heart forward instead of rounding into this. Lean the chest and belly down towards the earth. Right foot is flexed to support the knee joint. And then just take a couple of breaths here on your own. Good. Full breath in. Big breath out. And guiding yourself back up through center, nice tall spine. Right foot comes to the mat. And just feel the difference of one side of the body from the other. And then when you feel ready, sliding over to the other side. So the right foot stays on the mat. Left ankle above right knee. Foot is flexed. Sit nice and tall. Lean into the left side of the body a little bit so you can feel the stretch. And for some of us, this is already really full of sensation. And for some of us, this feels a little bit on the simpler side. Wherever it is totally fine. So choosing if it's the right thing for you to stay right as you are, or if you want to start to incorporate some of this twist and side stretch. Left hand comes to the outside of the thigh or the heel. Right hand back behind you as a guide. Lift your chest and then slowly start to twist. Every breath in, inviting in length. Every breath out, creating a little bit more depth. And let's do one more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale carries you back through center. Let it be a pause. It's okay to pause for a moment. And then right hand comes to the outside of your left thigh. Other arm reaches up and overhead and you twist. There's an opening of the heart. Gaze might go up. If it feels better to look down at the floor, you can look down at the floor. Listen to the neck. And a little bit more lift and expansion as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, it's a sweeping motion. So you're over on the right side, you're sweeping all the way down, releasing the right hand and coming into your fold. Heart pulls forward, head pulls forward, lengthening out the back of the neck, and then lean forward with the pelvis. So the pelvis is tilting forward, belly can get nice and heavy in between the legs. One side might be very different than the other. This one's loud. Left side's loud today. So just let yourself be where you are. Let yourself feel whatever is needing to be felt. Doesn't have to be emotional. It can just be the sensation as a communication that you're alive. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. And slowly lift your torso back up. You can use your hands to support uncrossing the legs. Just sit for a moment. And feeling the stacking of your bones. Allowing your breath to calm your nervous system. Good. And then we're going to come to seated. We'll just slide the trainer back behind, but it can stay facing the same direction. And then you're going to come to sit on the mat, kind of hugging the trainer in towards the glutes. And bend your knees, plant your feet. Spine can come to the cushion. And then whether you decide if you want to hold on to the trainer as you press, or you can start to reach up and overhead. So the first one, you might choose to stay supported, just knowing that you're not going to lose the trainer out from underneath you as you press into the feet, lift the hips up, press the pelvis up towards the sky, and then it might feel like a nice addition to start to reach your arms up and back, stretching through the body. Good. Exhale, hands come to touch, forehead, heart, hips down. And then pressing back up. We'll do this a couple more times. Dynamically inhaling and expanding. And then exhaling to contract and reset. One more like this. Big breath in, expand, reach. And exhale, slow and steady, all the way back down. Good. Releasing your back from the trainer. Go ahead and flip around so that you're going to be facing. One more little forward fold, and then we'll come into rest. So your feet rest on the frame of the trainer. Whether you reach for the crossbar, the outside edges of the frame, or your legs, you're just going to start to settle into a forward fold, maybe removing some tissue from behind so the tailbone can start to point back, pelvis tilts forward, and just gently folding yourself in. If you're really attached to the gripping of the trainer, maybe just bring your hands to start to the shins until the body starts to trust the shape and your breath. And then maybe it becomes a really sweet addition at some point when the body has settled into the shape. Allowing your belly and your breath to fill with breath. And relax and empty, creating some space. Releasing any clenching or gripping, starting to allow the upper body to melt over the lower body. And take 2 more breaths here if you want to try the addition and you haven't yet, of holding on to the trainer and pulling the chest forward, sending the tailbone back. A nice slow release. Walking your hands up your legs, sitting tall. Fingers can come to the mat to ground. And then you're going to make your way from where you are onto your back for your Shavasana. So you can scoot nice and close to the trainer. To your back. Legs can come up. And you can either just relax the legs as is, or maybe a little Supta Baddha Konasana variation. Relax your arms out to the sides, palms face up. Allowing the heart to stay nice and open even as you rest. And for the next little while, acknowledging that there's no more work to be done. And it's okay for you to be able to take a pause, a moment. And truly allowing your nervous system to relax and reset as you get soft through the muscles in your face. Relaxing your tongue in your mouth, your skin, your hair, your muscles, your bones, everything nice and heavy now. All right, go ahead and take your time here. If you want to stay resting, just stay in this shape, let yourself stay in space. And if you're ready to move, you can start to bring your knees on, press yourself up to a seat, and end your practice however you see fit. Thank you so much.